Yeah, nothing changed.
Volunteers, that's going to be a big footprint.
How many volunteers? 10,000?
Between the 2,000.
We've got 50,000 metric tons that we're in process of moving within Ukraine and outside of Ukraine to reach about 2.5 million people, particularly those in cities that are under siege, like Kharkiv, like Kiev, and places that we're struggling. We're trying to find any way we can to get inside to move supplies into. One of the things we're also doing is in the cities that may be besieged are setting up bakeries and giving them generators so that they can at least bake bread and have something to eat while the city may be besieged. %50 of the grain that we buy at the World Food Program to feed the 125 million people we reach on any given day, week, or month comes from inside Ukraine. 30% of the world's supply of wheat, 20% of the world's supply of corn, 80% of the world's supply of sunflower oil all comes from the Ukraine-Russia area. So it's going to have a dynamic, global, catastrophic impact. We are already short $8 billion what we need in countries that are struggling now. And when food prices start spiking, fuel prices are spiking, it's impacting us already $70 million a month, and it will impact millions and millions of people, particularly in the poorest countries of the world. So don't be surprised if you don't see destabilization in several nations over the next 6 to 9 months. We're so short of funds already, and now with Ukraine, we've got 50% rations for people, for example, in Yemen. I've just cut 50% rations for 8 million people. Niger, 50% rations. Chad, 50% rations, and 50% don't have anything, those who are in extreme need. So it's already having a global impact. We've already seen countries right before Ukraine crisis begin to destabilize, like Mali, Chad, Burkina Faso. And in my opinion, it's a sign of things to come. So we've got to make certain, for example, the farmers here in Ukraine, we've got to get them back into the fields. They've got to be planting again and harvesting again. If they don't, then you're going to have a global supply problem. It's going to be catastrophic. And you compound that with the fact that 40% of all fertilizer-based product comes from Russia. And if people don't get fertilizer, that reduces your harvest by 50%. So think about it. Increased fuel costs, decreased yield, increased food costs. You got catastrophe coming to catastrophe, not just in Ukraine, but potentially globally.